welcome in here to Pacelli High School here in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. And if you're here for the Almond-Bancroft Eagles versus Pacelli Cardinals volleyball, you are in the right place, but so you have a little bit more time to get a snack, go to the bathroom one more time, and get ready for this matchup. Once again, 7:25 we'll be starting things here from Pacelli High School. Well, a little bit late, but here we are from Pacelli High School in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. It is a battle of the birds here tonight, as it is the Pacelli Cardinals hosting the Almond-Bancroft Eagles here on Zaleski Sports. And today's pregame show brought to you by Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires, providing complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go.
For vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
And we welcome you back in once more to Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and Pacelli High School for what should be a very interesting matchup between these two squads, Pacelli Cardinals and the Almond-Bancroft Eagles. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. My name is Connor Philippi, as we had a little bit of a late start due to a late JV game, but we thank you for sticking with it, and we're about to get started here in about 3 minutes. Before we do that, let's take a look at both of these two squads. Both of these two teams coming in 9-14. The Almond-Bancroft Eagles 2-1 in the conference. Pacelli Cardinals undefeated in the conference so far this season. Take a look here at the Almond-Bancroft Eagles. 5-2 home, 2-3 in away games, and 2-9 in neutral games. They have a 1-match winning streak. They played New Lisbon on the 27th, winning that one. It was a 2-out-of-3 set, but they won 2-0. We'll take a look here at the key players for this Almond-Bancroft team, and you'll be seeing a lot of Maya Dernbach for this team. Dernbach. She leads in 7 of the 10 major. She leads in 7 of the 10 major categories in kills per set, digs per set, hitting percentage, serving aces, aces per set, digs, and kills. So she is definitely the leader for this Eagles team. You'll see her name a lot on top of that. Oakley Omernick leads in total blocks. Lexi Carlton leads in assists, and Alaya Newby leads in receptions for this team. So you'll see a lot of those players. And taking a look here, the importance of those conference games. And in those 3 conference games, winning at Wildbros and winning at Port Edwards, the only conference match that they have lost so far this year was a very close 3-2 loss at Pittsville. So we take a look here at the Pacelli Cardinals. Once again, 9-14, just like the Eagles. They are undefeated in this conference. They are 2-0 at home, so hoping to continue that here tonight. 6-7 in a lot of away games so far this season, matches, and they are 1-7 in neutral matches so far this year. They are coming off of a 3-match losing streak, but all 3 of those matches in 2 of 3 games versus Valley Christian, Peshtigo, and Krivitz. Taking a look at these undefeated teams in the conference, they defeated Rochelle 3-1. They defeated Tri-County 3-0. And they defeated the same Pittsville team that the Eagles lost to 3-1. And so you see some of these similar teams that they've played against. There's not very many noticeable differences, but a couple of these that Pacelli has come away victorious that Almond-Bancroft has not. But of course, the overall records ending up the same. So with this pregame show coming to an end, we'd like to remind you that the pregame show brought to you by Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires, with complete auto repair services and locations on Church Street, on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. And as the timers come into a close here on the Eagles set of warm-ups, getting ready here for the PA to announce both of these starting lineups. And we'd like to thank you once more for tuning in. A minute left here for the remainder. Get these players on the line, get ready for the announcement of the teams. And we can't wait to have you alongside us here on Zaleski Sports. And it looks like we're just about ready to turn things over. The crowd's certainly ready for the national anthem. And we saw the parents' ceremony before the match that we'll definitely talk about at some point here. And so we will send things over in just a few moments to the PA for the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pacelli Student Activity Center for tonight's Central Wisconsin Conference South volleyball matchup between the Eagles of Almond-Bancroft High School athletics are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when the proper respect is given to everyone. Please let your good sportsmanship show during tonight's game. Pacelli, Almond-Bancroft, and the WIAA thank you for your cooperation. Please rise. Lord, we ask for your guidance and blessings on tonight's game. The players, coaching staffs, officials, and fans. Help us be humble in victory, gracious in defeat, and remember that all our abilities are a gift from you. And when the game is done, grant safe travel home to all. In your name, amen. And now to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask you to stay standing, remove your hats, and place your hands on your hearts for the playing of our national anthem.
Yeah.
so without further ado, we have a volleyball match to play. Once again, thanks so much for tuning in here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Connor Philippi, and if you're worried you got here a little bit late, it is your lucky night, because this one, with a little bit of a late start here, will end up starting right around 7:35 here, as there was a little bit of a delay in the JV match. It was a thrilling JV match. They went all 3 sets and came down to about 6 or 7 points. At the very end, Pacelli ended up coming away the victor. So we'll start things off here with Elian Newby, one of the seniors for this Eagles team, ready to serve it away. One of the 6 seniors for this Eagles team, and 7 for the Cardinals. A good mix of youth and veteran presence on both of these 2 squads. Peyton Grote heading up the Eagles, and Kenzie Gale, head coach for the Pacelli Cardinals. And so, ready or not, here we go. As here from the outside, it is going to be taken care of there by Dernbach. Floated up for Zroik. Eventually slammed down. Another nice dig there by Dernbach on the other side. Diving stop by Vaughn. And a good volley to start things off here as Dernbach gets it back over. A nice setup by Sankey, and it is sent down by Van Order. Great start to this one. And the Pacelli Cardinals, the first to get on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard here tonight. An immediate sub coming out here. It's going to be Carpenter getting a rest right away, as Peyton Zroik will serve it away. One of 2 strikes on the team. Jaden also, as this one will be sent over by Ceballos. Actually on the outside there, Martini. Set up by Dernbach. And now Vaughn on the other side, and this one is going to be too far, as putting hand to her chest is Martini. A good attempt, but just a little bit overzealous there, as a couple different Eagles will come out. It's going to be Ceballos and Dernbach. Served away by Petrick. And trying to get that one over. Not sure if that one made it over the net, but it was Chapa and Omernick ready to defend it. And so the Eagles take their first lead here tonight. That one handled easily by Zroik, as that one absolutely smashed down. An early 2 kills here by Ella Van Order. Great start for her, as she ties this one back up, and the power on her easy to see early on here. And a little bit of a miscommunication that time. Lainey Carlton gets it up in the air. Wasn't quite sure who was going to take it. And now a 2-point swing for Pacelli. We saw a lot of a momentum battle earlier on, as this one is going to be off the hands. And so Martini picks up a point here for the Cardinals. Once again, Mackenzie Gale, the head coach of this squad, as this one set up by Chapa on the other side. It's blocked to allow for a stop there. Sent back over, handled by Newby. Chapa with the setup, and it's dug out once again by Vaughn on the other side. This one will be blocked down by Chapa and Omernick to make it 4-3. As there's 2 new Eagles coming in, Carlton and Bradley. And it's going to be another Carlton and Lainey Carlton coming out, as well as Chapa. As this one will be blocked down. Another nice block by Omernick. That's her second here tonight. And so Lexi Carlton to serve it here. Lexi and Lainey Carlton, the two that you'll see throughout the night. As this one was not tipped, and it'll be too far and out. Another Eagle point, and they take the lead once more. We've seen some swings of momentum, but very small ones so far here in this first set. That one handled by Van Order. Now she'll send it over herself. And another nice hit by Van Order as that one went off the hands of Carlton. She tried to dive for it, but it was very good placement by Van Order. And it'll tie things back up at 5 here on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. And it will be Van Order now to serve it. Good angle on that one, but Petrick gets it. And then just kind of off the hands a little bit flat there of Bradley, and it will lead to the second straight point here by Pacelli. Again, we haven't seen either team break off on one yet, but it's been a lot of 2-point swings. As this one's set up by Carlton, that's Lexi Carlton, and then sent down. Cannot be handled. And back to the Eagles side, as this one will be served away by Maya Dernbach. As this one off the hands of Vaughn, but enough to get close before eventually a diving attempt there by Zroik sends it the wrong way. And on both sides of the ball here, I'll do my very best to clarify first names, as there's a lot of doubles in the last name department on both sides. Set up by Zroik. Lexi Carlton, and then the attempt down there by Omernick does not quite get over. Couple subs coming in for Pacelli. It's going to be Sammy Sankey coming in. Also see Jenna Hinker coming in here for the Cardinals. Set up by Lexi Carlton. Over the top for Dernbach. On the outside, it gets blocked, but nice recovery by Pacelli. Petrick smacked down, but a good block makes it manageable. And kind of a lucky tap that time, as it's now set up by Sankey from the outside, once again handled by Petrick. Going into the far corner, trying to get that touch on it, but a good decision there by Jenna Hinker. She was tempted to go for it, but saw it was on its way out and decided to leave it. So back and forth affair brings us to 8-7 here in the first set. Lexi Carlton, instead of setting it up, floats it over herself. Now on the other side, smacked down, it'll go off the hands of one of those blockers up front. And that's the first point of the night here for Hinker to make it 9-7. Student section showing up in full force here tonight, as well as a great showing by both sides here at Pacelli. Trying to hit that one down, had a little too low of an angle, is Elia Newby. And that's going to be 4 straight for the Cardinals. Served away again by Sankey. Over from Omernick, and it gets blocked down. It was the tandem of Fensky and Zroik. That's Jaden Zroik. Jaden, the junior, and Peyton Zroik, the freshman. Petrick gets it over, handled by Hinker on the other side, and that one, perfect angle that time. Sent down by Fensky, and a perfect setup by Sankey. And when you get that timing where you wait until it's just over the net and then immediately smack it down, it really sets up, or messes up, I should say, the timing for the other side. And it'll be a timeout here for the Eagles. They find themselves down 12-7 in one of the first real point swings of this match. But to remind you here that Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Dahl Automotive. The Dahl family of vehicles has been earning 5-star reviews since 1911. Now we'd like to earn your 5-star review at their new Dahl Honda and Dahl Chrysler Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and dealerships in Stevens Point. Learn more online at dahlauto.com. And also by Maida Custom Apparel, specializing in providing quality decorated apparel. We're talking corporate, casual, team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, awards, and more. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at maidacustom.com. And so as both teams head back out, we'll see how the Eagles respond. Again, like I said, it was really a 1 to 2 point swing on either side, back and forth, until it got to a 6-point run now, and potentially growing for the Pacelli Cardinals. Petrick once again stopping it on the other side. It's going to be tapped over by Newby. Up from Sankey and then smacked down. Nice stop by Dernbach, but then it goes a little too far. Tough angle on that one to tap it over from that close to the net. Hits the net once more. 7 straight points here for the Cardinals. From the outside, tapped over. Nice diving stop. Hinkler sends it over. Up from Carpenter, and I'm not sure what the violation was that time, but it's going to go to the Eagles. And so they stop that momentum, and will try and get it back here as Ceballos comes in, and also Tia Dernbach. And she will serve it immediately off the bench. Sankey with a setup and a smackdown that time by Fensky. And we've been seeing Sankey put her team in great positions here so far throughout the course of this match. Served away by Jaden Zroik. Set up by Sankey. And then smacked over, and not quite able to get a handle on that one was Ceballos. And Cardinals threatening to go on another run here. Touch first by Maya Dernbach, and then she will come back for it. Don't know if that ever crossed the net. And it'll be another point here for the Cardinals. They've now doubled the points here on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard, 16-8 in the first set. Set up by Lexi Carlton, and trying to knock that one over the shoulder was Lacey Bradley. Didn't quite have the touch in that middle point of, hard to tell if that was supposed to be a pass or getting it over. This one does get over. Handled nicely by Zroik. That's Jaden Zroik. That one blocked by Carlton, and now once again we're seeing a little bit of trouble in that front court. We're seeing those balls kind of float towards the net, and just kind of a weird angle of trying to get that up and over when it falls that close. Have to find a way to get it closer to mid-court, as that one now will go too far. And just like that, the Cardinals are on a roll, as they have now outscored the Eagles 13-1 in the last 14 points, as Vaughn setting it up here for Martini, and that one won't quite get over. The Eagles need to find some way to consistently score, as Petrick coming out here. Lainey Carlton back in, ready to serve, as Sophia Chapa will come in relief of Lexi Carlton. And good decision that time by Annie Vaughn. That one tough to lay off of, but had the vision to see it was going out. And the first to 20 here tonight. Dug out by Dernbach. The floater over, potentially set up here for Sankey, and then it's sent over but blocked. Dug out. Now on the far side of your screen, and that one out by just a hair. And so the Eagles will get a point back. Lion Newby to serve it away. As this one, 2 straight serves for the Eagles on their side. Sailing too far. And when you've got kind of a offensive onslaught like the Cardinals have been providing so far here tonight, it disrupts every aspect of the other team's game. They can't allow the Cardinals to get in their head any more than they already have. It's a good setup on the far side, but it's dug out nicely by Carlton. The tip attempt, defended well by Sroik. Peyton Sroik on that one, and then that one will just go out. That was a close one. Hard to tell when it was coming in at kind of a low angle. But it's called out, and it's another Pacelli point. Served away here by Peyton Sroik. The setup by Chapa, floater, handled. On the near side, smacked up, and once again trying to get that ball up and over from kind of inside that black mark you can see. And so 23-10 in favor of the Cardinals. On the far side, Carlton sends it over. That was Laney Carlton. Sroik trying to get the assist, and that is good for another point. I believe that time it was Martini. It was blocked out of bounds by the Eagles, and we have a set point here in set number 1. And that one will go out of bounds. Eagles live to fight another day in set 1. We will have a couple substitutions as Petrick and Omernick will come back in here for the Eagles. The Bayos and Dernbach, the 2 coming out. As this one will be smacked over, handled by Newby on the other side. Smacked over by Maya Dernbach. Now the setup by Sroik. That one will go out. 2 straight points now here for the Eagles, trying to at least come away with some momentum at the end of this first set. Petrick will serve it once more. A little bit of confusion over there on the Eagles side, but they're able to get it over. Martini sends it back. Chapa now. Blocked on the Pacelli side. And that one a bit too far. Pacelli a little bit overzealous here, wanting to get this set over with. And lead to a few mental errors that really have not happened so far all match. The fundamentals, just like I say, it's as I say that I should say, it's over the head. It's going to go out of bounds, and the first set will go to the home Pacelli Cardinals. And so we will take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the second set here on Zaleski Sports.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
You want a great selection at a great price and a company that stands behind their products? You will find Wolfcraft, Ashley, Marshfield Furniture, and more.
Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We have a mattress for you. Get a 15-year non-paraded high-bred mattress for only 25 cents a night, and we also carry adjustable beds. When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Well, welcome back here to Pacelli School in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Another great night of Central Wisconsin high school action here on Zaleski Sports. We thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm Connor Philippi, and Pacelli making their name known in this first set. Had a great showing as they ended up winning that one 25-13. And as we get ready here for the second set, really the main thing has been consistency and fundamentals for Pacelli. They have been able to stay a lot more consistent and have been able to really get those point swings. It was really back and forth up until Pacelli had just those two long runs. Has another score here by Pacelli. That one scored by Sroik, Peyton Sroik. And there was a swing of, I believe it was 13-1 that they outscored the Eagles to make it 19-8. And then they really did not look back after that. It was pretty even other than that swing, but it was a pretty big one. Now from the outside, here's Carpenter. Able to get it back over are the Eagles, and just a little bit of a mental lapse there. Looks to her like it was going to go out of bounds. It did not. And the Eagles able to tie it back up. If the Eagles are able to just not allow anything to get away from them, there was a lot of miss serves, as this one, good concentration by the Eagles to get that one over. And then it gets blocked down. So we see four different players, all impact players on that one. Lainey Carlton was able to dive down after it hit the rafters and went back down harder than expected. A nice behind the back or behind the shoulder move by Dernbach to get it over, and then the block by the tandem up front. And the Eagles have their first lead of the second set. Set up here by Chapa, and the smack down that time is blocked by the tandem of Van Order and Martini. You see the combination of the ability to block up front, and then also the kills we see from Ella Van Order. As that one missed serve, and the Eagles will get a point right back. Coming in is Omernick for the Eagles. We saw a couple impact plays from her at the beginning of set one. See what we can get in set two. Stroik, and now tapped over on the far side, and that is another Jaden Stroik impact play. More substitutions on either side. It was Newby coming in. I believe it's going to be Hinker back in for the Cardinals. Tapped up by Maya Dernbach, and then not quite the angle on that one from Omernick. And we talked about that a lot in the first set, just kind of situations where the Eagles have not quite been able to set things up correctly out in front of the net. There's too many situations where it's getting too close to that net before it eventually reaches the hand, and then it ends up hitting the net and doesn't make it over as another Pacelli point. And so a 3-point swing here for the Cardinals. Van Oder will send it over once more, and once again we see it. It's just a little too high to be handled immediately, but then by the time it gets within reach, it's just right out there in front of the net. And on top of that, right on that far side where it's hard to get an over-the-shoulder hit either. It's a great serve that's handled by the Eagles on that side, and then it's blocked away. Set up there by Peyton Troik, and then trying to get it over was Fensky. Close, but no cigar, as the Eagles will put a stop to that little run. A couple more subs coming in. Lacey Bradley in for the Eagles. Good recovery there as Hinker is able to help get it over. Oh, battle up front here as this one gets sent all the way back. Petrick handles it. And then dividing the sea, so to speak, was Maya Dernbach on that one. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or just perfect spacing to get that one out of the way. And 6-5 now in the second set here on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. And a tough angle, able to handle it though. Taken by Vaughn. And now perfect strike that time by Jaden Troik. And there was just nothing anyone could do about that one. Perfect power in a perfect place on the court to do some damage. You see Fensky back in, and Avery Wawrzynek. And then that serve not quite there as it'll go back with the Eagles. And this is the kind of back and forth affair that we've seen. And so 6-7 here in the second set. As this one will be poked up and over, handled by Petrick. Sankey got it on the other side from the near side, or far side I should say. Jaden Troik once again sending it over. Coming out here is Hinker. Serving it is Jaden Troik, as it'll be handled by Petrick once more on the outside. Omernick trying to get it over. Seeing some more struggles up front, but they're able to get it across, and timing wasn't quite there on that one, as the Eagles will get the point back. Jumped just a little bit too early to make that happen. As Oakley Omernick will serve it for the Eagles. Set up by Sankey. Getting it over Ceballos. For Vaughn touches it, and getting it back over is Fensky. Back and forth in the up court. Now on the outside, blocked away nicely by Bradley. And poked over, nice stop that time by Troik. Sending it to the back court, handled by Omernick. And then eventually diving in the middle court there, unable to get it to make it 8-8. And so Eagles doing a good job of hanging in there in this second set, making sure that Pacelli doesn't steal away momentum, and a nice one there by Courtney Carpenter. That's an important part of this Pacelli team. It's just there's never enough players to touch the ball. There's never enough players to make an impact. So you'll always hear more names being called. This is a deep team and a very talented team all the way up and down the roster. Sankey to thank for that series there, as it's 10-8 now. Pacelli with 2 points in a row. And that one in another, like I said, weird part of the court. Hard to get that one over for Alexi Carlton. Cardinals looking to get another roll here with Vaughn still serving. Petrick to touch it first. And then that one, just a low angle by Bradley. Hits about the middle of the net. Four straight now for the Cardinals. This one just gets over the net. Sending this one over, good attempt there. Getting it up and over for Sankey. Blocked again by a tandem up front for the Cardinals. And that one out of bounds. Just out. And we've seen the Cardinals a little bit desperate on that play, but coming away with the point. And so the Cardinals, with all the momentum here, up 13-8 now in the second set with 5 straight. As we will thank a few more sponsors here for their support of Zaleski Sports. Simplicity CU brings home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. And also Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. For all of your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. And also Bruce Orthodontics. They provide comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. And all smiles for this Pacelli team so far, as this feels like even when they've had their backs against the wall, it just seems like they've been able to come away with a lot of great points, as this one sent down by Van Order. It's just a combination of being in the right place and having the power to hit it home. And we've seen another one of those point swings, 6 straight, and now 6-1, as the Eagles will get the benefit of a misfire that time. And so serving it here is Lacey Bradley, the junior for the Eagles, and this one right back the other way, and the Eagles just need to find ways to keep those fundamentals in check. And when a team has the momentum like Pacelli does and give you a gift on one side, you can't return it right back. To find some way to take some of that and run with it. As Stroik sent it over, 15-9 here in the second set, and that one out of bounds. And another Pacelli point. And this one will hit the net. And we'll see what the Eagles can do with this opportunity. Lion Newby to serve it. And once again, we see the exact same thing, hitting the net on the other side of the ball. The Eagles just cannot match the Pacelli energy. We see it dip for the first time in this set. They have to pounce on that. Instead, they're giving the ball back, and now we see a little bit of a case of the yips on both sides. I wonder if one of these two coaches might call a timeout at some point here. Laney Carlton, excuse me, that is Raya Ceballos. And once again, we've seen now, I believe that is the 5th straight, or actually 6th straight, miss serve. See if Ella Van Order can break the curse. And she does. We play volleyball here as Van Order will get it on the other side from the mid-court. Able to get it is Petrie. And then a little bit of a miscommunication that time. Petrick and Omernick both in position for that one. It looked like Omernick was more in position. And a miscommunication that time makes it 19-11. It's 11-3 now that Pacelli has outscored, and now 12-3 they've outscored the Eagles since it was tied 8-8 early on here in the set. 20-11. And so another timeout here taken by the Eagles. And so we'll thank once more Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality that you can trust. And also Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are two beautiful child care and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. And also Nicollet Bank. They offer personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. And you can also learn more at nicolletbank.com. And so once again, we see another one of these big momentum swings. Pacelli, like I said, outscoring Almond-Bancroft 12-3. It was tied at one point here in the first set. Once it gets past or into double digits, Pacelli really has been able to get on the fast lane. As not sure what the situation is here. The line judge up on that ladder coming down to talk to another judge here. And there's something in the scorer's table they're trying to figure out. As there might be, looks like there's an issue with one of the volleyballs that they were looking at. Maybe not enough air in it, and so they were able to get another one. And so Pacelli trying to continue to build off that momentum. It'll be once again Ella Van Order to serve it away. And we finally get this second set started back up again. Dug out by Petrick. And a solid play that time by Maya Dernbach. And if they can find a way to get things figured out again out in front of the net, just be a little bit more on the same page and get those potential assists and turn them into actual assists. This one stopped by Vaughn. Now sent back to the midcourt, set up by Chapa. And it's sent down once more by Maya Dernbach. Able to muscle it past those blockers on the Cardinals side. They've been doing a great job all night. As Chapa will send it over and it'll hit the net. A couple subs coming in here for Pacelli. As we see Sankey and Wawrzyniak coming back in. Sankey will be the one to serve. Sankey, one of the 7 seniors for this Cardinals team. As this one will be hit out of bounds by the Eagles. And now 3 points away from a 2-set lead here for the Cardinals. Set up on the far side. It's going to be taken care of there by Hinker. Good setup, but an even better block by those 2 up front. That's Stroik and Fensky. Lexi Carlton gets this one over, and eventually it's tipped over, able to smack it across. The Eagles scrambling to get back into position, and they're able to breathe a sigh here as it gets sent over by Wawrzyniak. Tipped over and then ends up between Fensky and Wawrzyniak. And so 23-14. And once more, we see the Eagles work their way out of a tough situation, working hard for a point just to give it away. Eagles trying to see a little bit less of the Red Hot Chili Peppers here tonight, as that one will get blocked, not making it over the net maybe. And Pacelli will get their second straight set win. Won the first one 25-13 and 25-14 here in this second, and they have been dominant in the mid stages and late stages of these sets. The Eagles need to find some way to get over those problems, and we'll see if they can find a way to avoid the sweep here in the third set. We'll send things to a commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Well, welcome back to Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Tonight's match brought to you by Home Furniture. Fill your home with the best from Home Furniture: sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Home Furniture with locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. And so, all of a sudden, Almond-Bancroft trying to avoid the sweep. If you watch the first 20 total points in both sets, you wouldn't expect both of them to end 25-13 and 25-14. But there was just that point. It was 6-7 at that point in the first set and 8-8 in the second set, where Pacelli just ran away with it. They were able to find their momentum and just carried it all the way to dominant wins in each set. As this one will once again go Pacelli's way. For 90 years, Valley's Community Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. They're local, trusted, and strong. Valley's Community Credit Union, where community comes first, federally insured by NCUA. This one sent away, just getting over the net that time. Poked immediately back over by the Eagles, trying to catch Pacelli out of position. Instead, it's sent over strongly. They're able to get it right back over, though. Maya Dernbach with a nice recovery. From the outside, it's stopped by Tia Dernbach. And eventually it's just too much, that onslaught there by the Cardinals. That was a hit by Jaden Troik. On the outside there, Ceballos, and it will go off the hands of Stroik. And so Petrick will serve this one away. Sent down, and that is out of bounds. 2-2 to start this one off for the Bancroft Eagles. And they're just trying to find some way to be the team that comes away with momentum in this one. As this one gets blocked down, and Pacelli comes away the victor on that point. 3-2 on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. Serving this one away now, Courtney Carpenter. Carpenter, one of the 7 seniors for this Cardinals team. The Eagles with 6. Sent down by Dernbach. That's Maya Dernbach, and she's able to pick up the point. So it's going to be Lexi Carlton and Lacey Bradley coming in for the Eagles, as Genevieve Hinker will come back in for the Cardinals. The setup, Van Order able to get that one over, and she's able to pick up another point. She has been crucial for this Cardinals team so far in this match, as she will help Pacelli retake the lead. That one will go a bit too far, and it'll be an Eagle point. Maya Dernbach serving this one away. Poked to the corner, handled by Petrick. And now Petrick will take it herself from the midcourt, handled by Vaughn. And then this one sent into the corner, handled by Hinker. And that one will go just too far. It'll be another Eagle point. They're able to get 2 in a row here. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy. Protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. This one dug out nicely by Vaughn. Good setup on the other side. Smacked over by Omernick. And then sent in nicely, a floater out into the middle. Fensky able to make her presence known. And so Sinky will be the one to serve it away now for Pacelli. Tied at 5 early on in the third set. Pacelli looking to sweep. Set up there by Sankey. Smack down, that one by Jaden Zroik. Able to set this one up for Petrick, who gets it over. Blocked on the other side by Vaughn, and now from the outside. And that one doesn't quite get over the net. Good try by Ravrenek. That one served by Omernick. Set up by Sankey on the outside, and this one, another great shot by Stroik. Sub coming in here, that's Courtney Carpenter once more in the game for the Cardinals. She's another one of those, crucial seniors for this Pacelli team, as another one goes their way. Lexi Carlton there, and then it's blocked nicely by Pacelli. Carlton again before it's sent over by Tia Dernbach. And now from the near side of your screen, well too far. And that will make it 8-7. And again, this is around the point in those first two sets where we saw Pacelli start to completely take over. And we'll see if the Eagles can quell that momentum as Lainey Carlton will send it. Sent up by Chapa and then stopped by Zroik on the other side, just able to poke it inside of that out of bounds marker. Vaughn now from the far side. Carpenter just able to sneak it over. Poked to the corner, but taken care of by Zroik. And now on the far side, that one just out of bounds. And so we're tied once more, 8-8, just like we were last set. Lainey Carlton with her second straight serve. Stopped by Carpenter and now poked over, and just a little bit of a misdirection there by Fensky, who makes her way off quickly after making that play. Vaughn with the serve, with Pacelli regaining the lead. Sent back into that corner, but again, Zroik all over it. Picked up by Dernbach there, that's Tia Dernbach. Blocked by Sankey on the other end. Poked once again towards the midcourt. Another setup attempt there, that time Van Order can't quite get it through the defense. And we've got a good rally going on here. This one blocked once more by Tia Dernbach. And then that one by Van Order, just barely able to bounce by this defense. And that'll make it 10-8. And now sent over. That's well too far. A little overzealous there by Carpenter. And that will give the Eagles the ball right back as Newby will get ready to serve it away. Set up by Sankey. Instead, they'll decide to play it safe and poke it back over. Chapa, and now the floater taken care of, and beautiful placement that time by Van Order. And that was just pure vision by Van Order, seeing that there was absolutely no one down there in that near corner. Back to a 2-point lead here for the Cardinals on the Dahl Automotive scoreboard. On the near side, trying to push that one to the corner, Vaughn. And now tipping it over once again. Nice touch on that one, Amelia Martini. And this Cardinals team starting to recognize that they're the team that has the control. Eagles starting to panic a little bit. They can float it over a few times, try and catch them off guard when they're clearly on their heels. Nice job digging that one out by Sroik. This one poked back up by Peyton Sroik, and now on the far side, Courtney Carpenter gets it over. Chapa. That one sent off the hands of Van Order, and nicely done that time by Ceballos, as she will now make her way off the court. Petrick will serve it away. Oakley Almernick back in the game for the Eagles. 12-10. Eagles trying to keep it close in this middle stage, as that one will go just out. And these Cardinals getting a little too excited a few different times here. They're not missing by a lot, but just by enough. Peyton Sroik with a good setup there, but it's dug out by Petrick on the other side. Almernick. And on that side, it was the Eagles hitting it out of bounds. You're kind of playing that waiting game. You don't want to be the team that lets a ball fall in bounds to set up a point. But there just has been so many hit out that you are going to start taking those risks a little more often. As there's another one that time hit that out of bounds pole, and it'll be 14-11 now. And another Pacelli point as that one hit on the other side there, out of bounds. And we're seeing a little bit of mental fatigue, it looks like, from this Eagles team in the late stages. Digging this one out, and that one, and that's exactly what I was talking about. So many of these balls ending up out of bounds. It just is bound one of these times to happen that way. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this fall. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. That's 715-344-0701. 15-12, and we've yet to see a timeout so far in this one, as the Eagles are able to get a second straight point. And they've kept this one a lot more competitive in the middle stages so far in this third set. Found themselves falling away before getting to double digits in those first two sets, doing a much better job here, but still no match for that shot by Jaden Zroik. And so it will be Van Order to send it over, up 3, 9 away from the sweep. Nice attempt to get that one back over, that one ending just in bounds. And another nice move, just having the vision to see that just taking advantage of the Eagles being out of position, and you got the impact players all around the court to keep them out of position a lot throughout the course of this match. They have been taking advantage. This one smacked over, and that one ends up inbounds right in that corner and off the hand of a Eagle player, I believe, as well. And so once again, the Cardinals getting on a little bit of a run here, and we will eventually get a timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them here on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Pacelli 7 away from a victory here in Stevens Point. This one's set up in the midcourt, smacked down, and a statement made there by Leah Fensky. And we've seen now, I believe, 4 straight from this Pacelli team trying to salt this one away in the late stages, as this one will go out of bounds. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, and snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. This one floated up, taken care of by Newby. Smacked over and can't quite get to that one, as the Eagles now will pick up 2 straight points, trying to find their way back into this one. And they have to believe if they can mount a comeback in this third set, that they can find a way to get all the way back. They haven't been out of this one for as long as the scores suggest, as they're able to get a third straight one here. Today's game finally brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. As we've made our way through these sponsors, happy to take care of them here as they sponsor Zaleski Sports. Not quite able to muscle that one up and over, kind of falling backwards. A good attempt there by Lexi Carlton, but once again, for the third straight set, Pacelli the first to get to 20, and so far they've been the only one to get to 20 on either set. Eagles certainly making this one a lot closer, trying to stay alive. Lexi Carlton sets this one up, a floater. Able to get this one just over is Hinkler. And smacked over, was her hand over the net? No, it was not. And so 4 away now for these Cardinals. And mishandled that time for Pacelli. Now they've got a 6-3 lead now over the last 9 points scored. And a nice play that time by Maya Dernbach to get the best of this Pacelli defense. And so should be sent over here, 23-17. Scoreboard almost didn't show that, as it is now match point. smackdown that time by Wawrzynek. And the Pacelli Cardinals 1 away from sweeping a match between two teams with identical records. Would be very impressive for this Cardinals team, a great statement for them. As this one waved over. And the Eagles will fight for one more point here at least. Actually, no, it was not match point, as it looks like the scoreboard was wrong there. It's actually 23-18. Sent over there by Fensky. Now in the midcourt, Vaughn. Set up nicely by Sankey. Can't quite get it over though. And 23-19 now for all you Monsters Inc. fans out there. And that one will land in bounds. We've seen multiple of those throughout the course of the match just sail out. There's a judgment call by Pacelli, up by 4. And now up by 3 as the Eagles can sense a comeback in their grasp here. On the near side, perfect placement that time by Fensky. She has taken over this third set. And Vaughn will serve it away here. It is now officially match point. So it'll be set up, and it ends up out of bounds. And so the Pacelli Cardinals will find their way to a 3-set sweep here at home. We will head to the post-game show here, presented by Nasonville Dairy. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Well, welcome back here to Pacelli. I had all that time to prepare. We have a 3-set sweep here from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and I'm here with head coach Mackenzie Gale and Ella Van Order. I'll talk to you first here, Coach. You know, this is one of those matches that could have been a lot different. Every single one of those matches, every set, it was 8-8, it was 7-6. And then all of a sudden, this team just completely took off and took over. What is it about that momentum swing? What does this team do to just completely take things over and just run with that momentum?
You know, normally I'm giving a speech about how it was, 25-23 or something like that. We've been the team that plays it all the way to the end, and we really sit here all night long. So tonight, I'm happy to say that they really were. They were able to put the pedal to the metal and really step on it and get us going all throughout the game. So it was exciting to see. Obviously, we had some really big hitters. Our passing looked phenomenal, and this is, I think I can confidently say, the cleanest our team has looked all season long. So I was excited for it.
Well, thank you very much. I'll talk to Ella here. First of all, amazing performance here tonight.
Thank you.
We'll talk about kind of the home stretch here of the regular season and kind of your role as a senior on this team, especially the role that you have with what you can do on the court. Talk about the importance of rallying together the late stages of this season. What is this team going to be focusing on as we get into kind of the home stretch of the season?
Yeah, we have a few more home games left and we have some more regular season. I just think when we come into the postseason, it's you lose or you go. You win, you stay, you lose, you go home. And the thing is, we have to keep a pedal to the metal and we have to keep working hard. If we tend to let up at all, then there's no chance of us making it farther. Even if we're down, volleyball is a game of mistakes. No matter what's going to happen, we're going to play 3 out of 5 sets, and whoever gets to 3 first is going to win. And I think no matter what, we just have to stay up, and anybody has a chance of winning the game. So we got to keep that mentality for the playoffs.
Thank you very much. I'll have you do one more thing for me. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1 as I step to the side, and you'll say, "I'm Ella Van Order, and I'm in the house."
Okay.
I'm Ella Van Order, and I'm in the house.
Thank you so much.